Hey, welcome back, watch fans. We're talking independent watchmaking. That's right, we're talking independent watchmaking today. We're doing a review of the Hoosier horologist. I guess for anybody that's not in the U.S., Hoosier, I don't know what that means. It means, I guess, people who live in the state of Indiana. If you don't know where Indiana is, it's near Illinois, some shithole state in the middle of nowhere. No, a nice place actually. Anyway, so we're reviewing this guy's collection, and it's fascinating. So this guy is apparently very serious about independent watchmaking, high horology of independence, and I gotta, my hat's off. I gotta give somebody a lot of credit who's willing to take that risk, right? Because any schmuck can buy Rolex or Patek Philippe AP, whatever, right? But to put 100 grand, 150 grand, even 20 grand into buying an independent brand like MB&F, or work. Things like that. Josh Shapiro, not to be confused with the governor of Pennsylvania. That takes a lot of balls, right? So you got to give him credit. And we're going to be talking independent watches today, right? So let's see. We're going to see if we can get some panelists on here to talk independent watches. That's right. We are talking Saad. Absolutely, it's live. Oh man, Saad, you want to talk? Saad, for you. You want to talk Rolex Day Date, or you want to talk independent watches? We're talking independent watches or Day Date. Saad is obviously, for anybody that's new. Now, I've never met Saad, but from what I understand, he's a connoisseur of Day Date, of weird and exotic. Day Date Exotica. Saad is the encyclopedia of Day Date. Oh yeah, that's right. What do you think of that? We were reviewing that the Johnson collection. Hey, you know what? I'll tell you what, for you, because just for you, I'll bring. You know what? We'll do a segue. Let's jump aside. Why don't you hop on the panel? If you hop on the panel, I'll tell you what. Let's make a deal. If you hop on the panel, I'll pull up the Johnson collection of the Day Date Exotica and whatever you want to talk about. If you hop on the panel, we'll talk Day Date Exotic dials, and we want to welcome a new member, Baron Aeon. That's right. We got a new aristocrat who is now part of the horological aristocracy. So, Saad, what do you think of? I want to get your honest opinion. This is like a 150 grand watch, right? The perpetual calendar. Would you go? Oh, hang on a second. Do we got Saad? Is that Saad in the house? Saad, welcome.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, fantastic! Listen, it's a real honor to have you here because you're like the man when it comes to Rolex Day Date.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm just learning. I noticed that I was subscribed to your channel. I don't know when I did it. So, did you rename your channel, or we know each other? I still cannot figure that out.
We may have renamed the channel a long time ago. It's been Watch Reporter for at least 7 months since February. So in January or February, Watch Reporter channel.
Yeah. So I was watching your previous video, which was with the day dates in the cover photo. So it seemed to be really interesting because nobody's into these kind of watches. And you are actually, I noticed that you have a day date and you are into these gem set stuff.
I have a day date. I have a very humble day date. I have just a what do you call it? The basic day date. A bark. It was a bark, like a 1970s. Bark bracelet, and it has the blue dial, and I wear it on a strap. But I'm a basic.
It will be one. Yeah. Is it
What were you saying?
18078, something like that? 18078, or maybe?
Yeah, yeah. It's I always get those numbers. I don't know those numbers, but
Okay, no
it's like
problem.
1970s, the non-quick set.
Oh wow, that's a collector's item, man. Take care of it.
No, a little bit. I mean, you know what it is? They're kind of they've been a commodity type of thing for a long time, right? They've been like always that, like in that kind of 10 grand range forever. But I think with gold prices going up and day date, so people are getting into it. Like this is basically like, I mean, I don't know what. To me, this is like this type of day date is like, one of the best values out there. You put on a strap, it looks great. It takes a beating.
Yes. You can put a strap on it, make it dressier. You can put the bracelet back, make it look most of the presidents, they all look the same. Unless you know about these things, they all look the same. So it's an excellent purchase. I say this is the best value for money what you can have from any company.
Yeah, so like, for example, like I had it originally. Originally it came. I got mine on the bracelet, right? And
okay,
I find it very heavy. I don't like the bracelet, and it's a little loose. It's got the little stretch, and it's a little heavy on my wrist. So first I put on a crocodile, like a leather, a crocodile strap. I put on a crocodile strap. I got like a what do you call it? I got to get a Rolex buckle on it, which turned out to be it turned out to be a Fugazi buckle.
Okay.
And what do you call it? And then I ended up getting I put it on a rubber strap, which is much better now. I got it on like a nice rubber, like a custom rubber strap. Which have you ever seen it? Have you ever seen the videos I have of the rubber strap?
Yes, I've seen that. It was, I think, you were on the beach or someplace. I exactly don't remember. Something like that.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. And it's very practical because once you have it on that rubber strap, actually I'll pull it up in case the punters haven't seen.
Sure.
Once you have it becomes a sport. It's a sport watch at that point. Like
exactly.
You can take it to the beach, whatever. And the watch. I'm not worried about banging it up. I'm not worried about scratch. I don't really care. It adds to the value. I mean, it adds to the charm.
You know what? These watches are not that delicate. People think that these gold watches dings really quickly and it's not a daily wearer. That's totally false. It is the daily wearer. I mean, it is. If you really want to hammer it, then that's something else. But if you take care of it as a jewelry or as a watch, I think there is no issue with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, we're not talking about like using it for doing like heavy construction or whatever,
Yeah, of course,
but
yes. And you can not use any Rolex for that. I mean, even if you have a steel watch, you cannot do any construction work while wearing it. So you have to treat all of the watches, whether it is steel or it's a precious metal, all the same because they're all expensive stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Here, I'll pull this up here. So this is the what do you call it? So this is the I have it here on that rubber strap, and so this is I got from Jean Rousseau, right? You see, it's got like a little texture on it. It's got like a yellow yellow threading. Hang on, the yellow what do you call it? Stitching. Where's the watch? What's going on? The watch will come up in a second. Hang on a second. Where is the watch? Okay, here we go. Okay, so. Yeah, I mean, the dial is good. Everything works. It's got just a beautiful look. And what are these going for now? Like about $7? You can probably get one. What? How much? $7,000 head only? $8,000?
Yeah, head only. Yeah, it's something like that. Yes, 8,000, something like that. You can get it. Is this a 1807? Because I cannot see from the. Is this a 4-digit? Are you sure about that? 4 digits?
It's a 70s, like 78. 70s. So it's.
Yeah, because I think this is a 18078, or
38,
if
right?
not, then it is. Yeah,
I think
one.
38 or whatever it is. There's a
Yeah, three
strap.
three. Yeah, 38 is comes with a fluted bezel, not the bark finish.
Oh, right. Okay, okay. Okay. So yeah, you know more than that's right. The bark has a different number, right? The bark has a different reference
Yes,
number. I
yes,
forgot about that.
exactly.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Listen, this is why we have you on the show. What do you? So
So this is
what's
actually, this looks really nice on you. To be honest, the combination is beautiful, blue and blue. It's a good idea you have given to us. Well done.
Yeah. Hey, Saad, this is the whole point of the channel. We're here to, spread knowledge, exchange knowledge, I should say, exchange knowledge.
100%. Yes.
We got to
Yeah.
get some knowledge from you now. What? So
You're most
you're what?
welcome.
Are you? What kind of day dates do you have?
I have now. I'm into 6 digits. You can call the modern day dates. So I have, most of them are same but with different dials. One is a pink gold watch, and
Oh,
others are yellow gold. Yes, but one is with the green dial. Other is the champagne baguettes. Third one is with
oh,
pink dial. So things like that. Yeah, they are essentially same watches, just different dials. Apart from the pink gold watch. Yeah.
okay, okay. What do you now? Actually, when I got this watch, that was like a long, long time ago. I did back then. This was like in the '90s. I didn't have access to the internet.
Yes.
Actually, there
Yes.
was. I had the internet, but
Mm.
there was no watch information there. We didn't have
Nothing.
this
There was
stuff.
nothing. And you know
Yeah,
what?
this is.
There was nothing for many, many years, actually. Even in 2000, mid 2010s or something, there was nothing about day dates. Everybody was talking about steel pieces. It's actually now that guys like you have raised this model on the mainstream. Otherwise, nothing was there about these watches.
But so you basically have what modern meaning 36 millimeter, right? You have 36 millimeter like mid
Uh,
2000s.
yes, 2000s. 2000s, exactly. Yes.
So you have them on with that solid bracelet, the noose with that solid clasp, right? The solid clasp.
Yes. Solid clasp and solid bracelet. The 5 digit came with the um, hollow links. Then the 6 digit were with the solid end links. So the links themselves are entirely made from gold. I mean, they are gold filled, so much heavier than the previous ones.
So you have
Yeah.
this, right? You have this type of clasp.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
this.
this is
So
the
I have
new.
the old one. I have the old one,
Yeah.
which is absolute garbage. And if like you like clap your hands together, the bracelet pops open. And the other one, any type of like shock, delicate,
You
in
have
your
to
hand.
adjust it. You have to adjust it.
No.
If you're talking about the standard bracelet clasp, then
Yeah.
watch reporter. If you adjust it properly, it will never come out like that.
Mm,
Come off like
no.
that. Yeah.
I don't know. It's yeah. The old I've had it adjusted, and it's I don't know. I don't like this one here. The modern one is obviously much better. The bracelet is better. The whole watch is better. Um, so the
The whole
one you
watch is
have,
better, and they revised this clasp 3 4 times. Yeah.
and you. So what do you call it? I actually let me see. I'm showing here. This is the. What do you think of this meteorite? This meteorite with rose gold.
Yeah. Is this rose gold? Yeah, this is rose
Uh,
gold. Yes, yes,
yeah, rose gold.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah.
Yeah. So, watch reporter, Rolex clasp are not, I mean, perfect in any way. So, with the old clasp, they had problem. Then they revised it 3 times on this model. Actually, they had 3 kinds of clasps on this day date that you have on the screen. So, even on the latest styles clasp, they have problems. The pin is not that strong.
Oh, really? Okay. What about the 40 on the day date 40? That one must be much more solid, no?
Yes, yes, that is improved. It is essentially the same style class watch reporter, but increased in size.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so I I didn't know about rose gold. When I get but the rose gold I think looks much better. I like Rolex, the rose gold, it looks more, it looks more subtle. For me, the yellow gold is a little too, to wear it on a full bracelet is just a little too flashy. It's a little too much for me. It's very in your face. The rose gold is a little bit more, subtle.
With these kind of watches, no matter what color is the gold, it will always be flashy. So if you have a rose gold, yellow gold, it is both of them are noticeable.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Wait, so you have the green dial now? I'm assuming you got it's the original OEM, the factory green dial,
Yes,
right? It's the original.
I only have original stuff. I never go for the aftermarket. Yes.
I meant like it's the original configuration, right? It's not like it was a Rolex green dial put in. It's hang on a second, Rolex. And by the way, I love that look. That's a good look. Hang on, Rolex Day Date green. Hold on. So you have now when you have the green dial, do you have with the new without modern, like the modern stick index?
This one. Yes, this one exactly. Yes, you're very right.
Yeah, I love this. You know what I like about this is that this is loomed, right? So these are loomed.
Yes.
And it looks, it really makes a big difference compared to the old like stick dial. I think it makes a big difference.
Huge difference. Huge. Yeah.
I actually, which one I've been thinking about is this the one that they do on the strap, which is this one here.
118, 138. You're talking about 118, 138s. Yes. This one.
Yeah. Because I'd never wear it. I would never wear it on the bracelet. I've had my eye on these for a while, and I'm just, I think they came out for like what, 20 grand. I think that was the list price originally back in 2005.
Something like that.
Yeah, 20 grand, and they did a whole series, right? They did like different colors, and all the other colors are selling for like 20 grand or 21 grand, and the green ones we're going for like 26. It looks like on Chrono there was a bunch of them for like 26 grand, and I guess
the green one has premium on it. They're much more expensive than the other colors. That's true.
Yeah, it's got a premium, and I was thinking, I like the watch, but do I really need the watch? Do I really need this to buy? Like, there's other things out there.
Yes.
And I was thinking, is it going to drop more? Is it going to come down a little bit? Like, because also, I want to get like a full set. I want to get the full set. It's like, want box papers, the whole deal. But yeah, I think this is a great watch. The crocodile strap, alligator, whatever you want to call it. I think is really. I think it's beautiful.
This is beautiful watch. Very beautiful.
Yeah, and again, those indexes, the loomed indexes, they give it like a very, it's a more modern look. I think it's a much more modern look.
It is a modern look. Yes, they increased the width of the looms. The index on the dial and matched that with the hands. The hands are also wide on these watches than the previous one. So it will make
You know what happened? I saw there's a bunch of them for like 26 grand, a little like, I don't know, a month ago, 2 months ago. And for the last 6 months, they were like in the 25, 26 grand range. Maybe 26. And then I see this guy, this knucklehead, what's his name? Theo and Harris. That guy, Theo and Harris or something?
Okay.
And he's doing a video, and he gets this watch, and he does a whole video about the watch, and he gets like 30,000 views or something per video. He's got like about 100,000 followers. So there's not that many of them on the market. So you know how it is. Everybody's like a sheep, lemmings. Once they see this guy, all of a sudden everybody, oh wow, I'm gonna. So you only need 2-3 people to buy it, and and they go, so I think these are going to come back down to that kind of 26 range. I think 25, 26.
Yeah, with the green dial, it is difficult. I'm not so sure about the green dial if it will go down. Rest, these watches, the day dates with the green dial, same which you have on the screen, they were going for 40,000, 45,000 in COVID times. So yes, they have dropped in price, but yeah,
on the
but I'm
strap,
not sure.
on the strap. I
Not
think
on
I
the
remember
strap,
seeing
the bracelet ones.
the bracelet. Yeah, I remember. I was watching these for a while, and I like you're right. During COVID, like I think the ones on the strap all of a sudden went to like 35. They were asking like 35, 36, whatever. But the
how much is
strap
is a non-strap for? If you write 118238 green and then sort it from high to low to high, we can find what is the cheapest.
118.
Yeah, they come. We are 118. Okay, thank you. So sort it from low to high. What is it? The cheapest is 28,000. So let's average it to 30,000. Let's suppose it is for 30,000. The problem with the strap watch is you are getting a non-bracelet watch for almost the same amount of a all gold piece. That is the reason many people are not going for the strap watches, because they say, okay, it has less gold, and if I get bored of the strap or if it's not available, what will I do with the watch? So I mean, this is a better buy. This is a better buy. You can always remove the bracelet and put a strap on it.
Yeah, it's a good point. Well, the difference though is on the one that comes with a strap, they have, it's got a Rolex deployment, it's got that deploying system, the deploying buckle, which is
not just
nice.
The deployment, but yeah, very nice. It is very nice. But I mean, you have to. There are two changes actually. One is the clasp, and other is the end links. If you notice, this watch has a different end link. So
yeah,
yeah.
So that's so no, I think you're right though, because I think at the end of the day, when people think day date, they think listen, everybody, when people think day date, they think of the bracelet, they think of the full the classic look. So that watch on a strap is always going to be kind of like
compromise.
It's seen as I love it, but it's seen as a compromise. And the other issue is, I think Rolex is no longer making crocodile straps, right? I think because they're becoming like animal rights activists or something. So they're no longer making those. So basically, you're going to have to get a replacement. It's not going to be as good.
I understand what you're saying. It will be a disaster not to have a proprietary or a strap that matches the watch originally. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's nobody's ever going to get it to do it right. Even like a good custom, it's never going to be exactly the same.
Never. Never. It will never be like Rolex. Yes, you're right.
So it's it's going to be one of those watches that's sort of like it's kind of it's out there. It's out there. But so this is the one you have. Yeah. Now, does this come in rose gold or just yellow gold?
This comes only with the yellow gold. This green, yeah. With the rose gold, actually, Watch Reporter, they had other special colors such as, I believe it was cognac. It was some other color, but
with strap. Yeah. I don't like that.
With the strap.
It's nice.
If you want to check it, just write 118135. You will find these on the Chrono 24.
118-135. Low to high.
So these are the rose gold Watch Reporter.
Yeah. It looks nice. I mean, I think I already have a chocolate dial, so it's sort of like, the Yachtmaster chocolate. So it's like,
Yes. It looks like Yachtmaster chocolate.
I love the color, Oh, there we go. So yeah, it's 24 grand. No, this is chocolate. I'm sorry. I thought it was green dial. Yeah, I mean, I think these are beautiful. I think these are beautiful watches, and this is like with the ruby. Wow, the price of
Watch Reporter, yeah, it's just a basic day date. Once you get it, you can put any dial you want in it. So, I mean, Ruby dial or whatever you find on the internet, they will come with the basic dial. If you click on the Ruby watch, you might find that the watch has standard dial included in the deal. There is sometimes that kind of possibilities also.
yeah.
So
But I
if you
think
may,
that's kind of the good thing with the day date is that
highly
I think the
customizable.
yeah, you can. There's so many variations. There's so many things you can do. It's like, when I got my watch originally it came with a champagne dial, but I told the guy to swap it out for like a black dial with a Roman numerals, gold Roman numerals,
Oh
and I
yes,
had that for a long time. I mean, that's where I bought it originally, basically, and then later on I found a Rolex blue dial, which I put in, and it was so I love the blue dial. It looks much better.
yes, all
Black,
of them are
I don't like
beautiful.
black.
Champagne is beautiful. Black is very special. What green is now black used to be back in the day. I mean, they had premium on
Yeah,
black
yeah,
tiles.
it was. Yeah, it's the 90s. We're talking. Listen, black and gold is a good combination.
Good combination. Yes, yes, yes. And the one that you're
Yeah,
talking about with the Roman numerals were actually very special.
yeah. I still have. It's not that special. They made so many of them. There's like millions of them they made.
Hello to my
It's
brother Neo. How are you, Neo? Neo, how are you, man? Neo is a great man. I love Neo.
yes,
He's a very
yes, yeah.
good brother.
Is he still a member? No, he's. Oh, what happened? The Neo is no longer a baron, right? The subscription expired. So, Saad, what do you think? We're talking about this guy Johnson, the Johnson collect. This guy Johnson. You know
Oh
this guy,
yes,
right?
yes,
You know
yes,
these.
yes, yes.
Hang on.
I know.
Yeah.
Show me
What's
the difficult pieces.
how does he get these watches? Like, they're all like mint condition, more or less, with all original papers. A lot of them, I
It's
should not
very
all of them, but a
difficult to
lot.
find, but I mean, the circle where he is in, maybe he is able to find it, but it's not very easy. However, if you notice it, most of his collection is the crown collection, the weirdo combination. So those are watches which usually were not, I mean, worn too much, because these, like, for instance, this watch, this looks like white gold. I think this is white gold. I'm not sure, but it is yeah, this is white gold. Yes. So now look at this combination, watch reporter, sapphires and white gold with Chinese discs, right?
Yeah.
This can never be your first daily wearer, obviously. So these kind of watches, wacky style, funky watches, are usually your third, fourth, fifth watch. And you don't usually wear this. You wear these on occasions only. That is why most of his watches are new, old stock, or in optimum condition.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think of these string dolls? It's kind of like it's are
They were in
some of these
fashion in the 80s, highly fashion
yeah.
in the 80s. It is not now at all, but again, it is good for a collector's item. For a collector, this is treasure. Look at this bloodstone. Such a beautiful bloodstone dial. Yeah.
Yeah.
He
No,
has two bloodstones.
no, yeah, no, it's great. No, I think actually a lot of the gem set dolls have been, the day dates have been really increasing the last couple of years. People are, there's a lot of guys where all of a sudden they're
Look,
starting
it's
to collect
people
these.
like you. It's people like you. People watch. I mean, I love your channel. It's personally very interesting. You always come with topics which have never been covered before. So look at this embroidery dial. This is actually called embroidery. And this is also the most skeletonized dial Rolex have ever had. So you can, if you notice, you can actually see some components in the background of the
Hold on a
movement.
second.
This is
Is this actually? Can you actually? Because I'm looking at. I was looking. So is it actually that see through? In other words, it's like a honeycomb.
yes,
It's like a
yes.
I don't know.
This is the
Okay.
maximum they did when it comes to skeleton on the Rolexes. And this is all 750 solid gold. Remember, these are not brass watch. Dials.
Yeah.
These are solid 18 karat gold dials. So very rare to have this.
Yeah, no, I think this is actually beautiful because you have this kind of like, I don't know, honeycomb. I'm calling it a honeycomb with diamonds, right? And it's, I mean, it's, I think it's a great look. You know, I mean, like, I think it's a cool, you know, it gives it something. It's got a lot of texture. You know, the dial. You know, for me, it's very important that a dial always, you know, changes with the light. It always gives you like a new look. And because you have this, the dial is going to change every time, you know, the light changes every time you move it, because the diamonds, there's a lot of play with light.
It has a lot of angles to it. But if you find the 18168, I believe, just write 18168 honeycomb in Google, you will find a true honeycomb that you will really actually like it. The 18168
ROLEX
168.
Wait, so 18618
and 18168.
Okay. Repeat it again.
18168.
68.
Honeycomb. Just write honeycomb with it.
Wait, Rolex. Okay. Let me see. Rolex honeycomb dial.
One.
Oh yeah, no, that's like but that's a flat dial. That's a flat dial. It's not that that's kind of like that's not that interesting.
If you write have you written the reference 18168?
18168. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not seeing anything.
You're not seeing anything?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm sorry. Here we go. I see one. This guy, Amsterdam Vintage. Okay. Oh, yeah.
No, this is here. Proper honeycomb pattern.
Okay. No, when I say honeycomb, I want to see like the see-through. I want to see like layers. You know, like the layers.
Okay.
I want to see those layers. This is actually a nice looking watch. The bracelet is.
This is a very special watch. You see, this is this has a Jubilee bracelet with center link diamonds. Very rare piece.
Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice.
You see, these old watches were actually given too much attention to detail when you compare with the newer ones.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Wow. That's great. I've never seen this type of bracelet before.
Yeah, concealed clasp with diamonds. It's amazing, man. Absolutely amazing.
And it's got like this nice, like, I don't know, patina or oxide. It's got a nice like little. Yeah, it's really well. It looks very. It looks mint condition, basically. I mean, it's like, shit. It's, yeah. No, they put a lot of work into this. This is a lot of work.
A lot of work, exactly.
What do you think of the? What do you think of those octopus? The octopus dial. The octopus.
You know, yeah, I remember the octopus. I actually have seen them in real life. One of my friend had the octopussy in platinum with green dial with 4. Yes, he had it, and he was asking around $100,000 for this watch. So I actually put that on the Rolex forums that this watch a friend is asking $100,000 for it. So is it right? And most of the people said it's aftermarket rubbish, because again, Watch Reporter, there was nothing much information about these day dates back in the day, but there were few guys there which actually recognized that octopussy, and then they actually said that, okay, this is a very expensive and sought after piece. Yeah, so guys, calm down. I mean, it's not an aftermarket piece, it's original.
Yeah, exactly. You know what it is? There are so many watches made, and you know, there's not a lot of, even now, there's not that, because these companies, they're not releasing that much information. So like,
not at all. I have seen so many one-off pieces in the day dates that Actually, I've become tired, man. And this is Octopussy with the oyster. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, oyster quartz. This is the oyster quartz Octopussy. Yeah, very rare piece.
Yeah, I mean, I think I like that look because I like the baguettes. I don't like small. I like the big, kind of heart. Those baguettes. Here we. Oh, look at this. Wow, this is there. It is in
Yeah,
the
I think this
flesh.
is the same watch. Is this the same watch? Maybe,
Same
yeah.
watch, yeah, same watch. Yeah, it's crazy. So well, so you have you have three. You said you have 3 day dates.
Yes, I have Daytona also, some date just Daytona.
But
But again,
why?
I
Let
come
me
back
ask
to
you
the
why.
date.
Why do you like? I mean, you have 3 day dates. And you said they're all yellow gold. I mean, one is rose gold, right? One is rose
Yes,
gold.
yeah.
Okay, but like they're kind of similar. I mean, don't you want to get something maybe like different, like maybe a different, some sort of, I don't know, like completely different, so that they look, so it's
I
like,
actually had a Crown Collection day date with green dial. I really regret selling it. I'm not spending too much on watches anymore because the one that I like is way beyond my budget, at least they are for $100,000 a piece. The ones that I like, so I think you have. Okay, is this the one-off piece? No. Oh, yeah, this is also very special. Look at this. This is all 750 gold.
mm.
What a beautiful piece.
Yeah, they did some really nice work with these watches back in the day. I mean, this is
Yeah.
here we go. Here's the honeycomb.
He has the honeycomb also, yeah. And this
It's not
was
as good,
back in the
as the Jubilee. Not as good as the Jubilee though. The bracelet, right? Not the same.
yes, yeah, not the same. This is look at the detail. Look at the detail and the
Yeah.
black hands. So that there's
Oh,
and
I didn't notice that. Oh wow. I didn't
one
notice. I've
other
never
thing I
seen
would like
black
you to
hands.
notice is, yeah, look at the crystal. Actually, the Rolex emblem is embedded on the crystal instead of dial. You see, it's etched on the dial.
Oh,
The Rolex emblem.
oh wow. Oh wow. Oh, okay, right. You know what? I didn't even notice that. So that's really completely different. It's almost like a completely different watch. I mean,
Yeah.
they
So
really
what
did
happens
something.
here is, yeah, the dial is uninterrupted. Usually, you see a plate where there is Rolex written on it on the dial. I mean, however, here
No,
it
Uzi,
is uninterrupted.
we got another date fan. Uzi. No, this is a live. This show is live.
Yeah, Uzi, I've seen here. He has a 118338 crown collection. That's also a special piece. 118388.
Where the lugs,
Good
the
piece, man.
diamonds on the lugs, and the and the
The
and the break
diamonds
and the
on the lugs, on the bezel also. Okay, now what happened back in the day was if you had the 18338, the 18338 came with an optional diamond bezel. The lugs had diamond, but you could also actually, if you wanted to have a diamond bezel, you could order it. However, this was not possible on the 118388. The 118338 came compulsory with a diamond bezel.
What do you think of the stone dials? Have you ever had one of these stone dials?
I've seen a lot. I've seen this malachite also. I've seen thousands of various. I mean, I've seen lapis, bloodstone, you name it, I've seen it. But those onyx were very common in the 2000s. Now onyx have become also a collector's piece, and I think the
I don't
one
know
with
about
white
it. Onyx.
diamond pavé
Onyx is
is XL, I believe.
okay. I find onyx very boring. It's just black. It's like nothing exciting about it. It doesn't do it. It's nothing. It's just flat black.
It is, yes, it is flat black.
I want to see, like, I like to see, like the malachite, something with some color. Uh, the one day date I actually would, if I were to come across, I actually would like one of these, like this watch over here. with this bezel. I actually love this bezel with the diamonds that are set into the into the bark. But I would just put a
Yes.
plain dial, like a blue dial or something, because it looks, it looks. I find having two bezels on the diamonds in the bezel, it's like too much. But here, it's just enough. It's like that's the hour markers, right? They're right by the hour markers, so it really it looks very. It looks
Enough. It is enough. Yeah.
Yeah, it's enough. I would put this on a strap, and because the diamonds, it gives it that like extra. It gives like a little extra pop, but not too much. So I find that to
Not
be
too much.
the Crown collection, the Crown collection. Now what's next for you? Are you looking for more, like, what's on your hit list? Like, what kind of what's
on my hit list? I'm planning to change the size to 40. I want to touch the 40 territory, 40 millimeter, and go for the plat. First, I'll be going for the day date yellow gold with green dial, but of course from the AD only. I don't want to buy a second-hand watch. And then my final jump will be to go to the
you're talking
platinum.
about 40. You're talking about a day date 40. Yeah. Oh, yellow gold with the green dial.
Yes, that is it.
Okay. Why not why not the rose gold? The rose gold olive green. Why not that one? That seems to be the one everybody likes, no?
That's not a Stella kind of a dial. That's not lacquer finish. So that's more of a sunburst ordinary dial. There's a day-night difference. Watch photo.
That's the new one, right? That's the new one that they have.
I mean, they came with the newer even. On the 40, they have again restarted the vignettes, ombre, which they call the ombre dials. On the 40 also, now you can get the ombre dial. But they also have continued with the slate green dial.
Okay, this is the one right here.
This is the one exactly. Yes. How is it?
You know what? I've never paid attention to it before. It's okay. So I see. So I've never seen this in person, but I'm assuming, is it lacquer? Like, what is the dial made out of? Like, how is the dial made? Is it really like shiny?
Painted. It is shiny. It is glossy. Yes.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So that might be a little too much. It's a little too much bling for me. A little too much. With the yellow.
But even more bling is the new vignettes. The newer 2024 release with the vignette dial is even more bling.
No, but this is a great. I mean, if you could pull this off, no, I see. No, because I think for Rolex, I think green, the green and gold, that's their look. That's their logo.
Their logo. Yes. Yeah. True. So that's right.
I think if you're going to get a day date, it almost has to be a green. I mean, I think it's just any yellow gold Rolex should almost have a green dial, just because that's kind of the company, that's their colors.
Yes, that's right. But Watch Reporter, you combine any color with gold and it looks it works. You combine a black dial with gold, it's excellent. White is also fine. Apart from gray, silver dial, which is also okay. I mean, gold is something, even if you put a pink dial, it will look nice.
Yeah, pink. Yeah, the coral. I love the coral dials. That's
coral, man. Coral is amazing.
What do you think of this? Have you heard about this thing where people are making fake stone dials? The Italians are making fake stone dials.
You're right. Yeah, they are doing it.
They're better. Yeah. They're better than the Rolex OEM.
I mean, I would personally not go for it because the tolerances on these dials are very high. So clearance, the problem is with the clearance of Watch Reporter. What happens is when you fit a non-standard dial, an aftermarket dial, it does not fit that well in the case. Secondly, and most importantly, is the clearances with the hands. Sometimes I've seen actually the indices touching the the hands. I've also seen this with the aftermarket stuff. So be careful with this
Okay.
garbage aftermarket. Yeah.
No, but it's, you know what it is. No, there's guys who are making because the Datejust, those vintage Datejust with the malachite and coral, day dates.
Yeah.
The prices are crazy, right? So there's a bunch of guys who are making fake dolls that look, they look, and they sticking into these vintage watches. So now all of a sudden you take a $20,000 watch, and now it's $100,000 watch.
And that's I mean, this is something which bothers me, and this also is the reason for me never to go for the vintage pieces, because I don't know about the history of the watch, and it's very difficult to authenticate each and every uh, component on watches. So instead of that, just go for a newer pieces, and the best thing will be to get anything from the AD. Man, it's a clean thing to have.
Yeah.
The problem is, Watch Reporter, the clones, the super clones have become so good, especially on steel pieces. It is virtually impossible to understand which one is original and which is not, unless you are a true watchmaker. From the outside, they use the 904L steel, that everything is so perfectly aligned. The color combination, the colors are exactly same to Rolex specifications. They were saying that, okay, they cannot make a Pepsi bezel because when you put a UV light on the Pepsi bezel, it all turns red. They have done that with the clone also now. It's very difficult to differentiate now between original and non-original.
Yeah. So next up, also, you think also a platinum, going platinum?
Platinum is the ultimate. It is like you have the Rolls-Royce Phantom. So what is better than the Phantom? Nothing. So platinum is something totally different. It is out of the world.
I don't like platinum. I'll tell you why I don't like platinum, because I find it to be very heavy. It looks like white gold. It looks like white gold. It's much heavier. And it's platinum is basically it's not a real precious metal. It's an industrial metal. I mean, it's very rare. That's why it's expensive, but it's not gold. Gold is special. Gold has like a spiritual quality. Platinum is like I don't know, rhodium or something, palladium. Who cares about those?
No, you're right. Gold, gold has a special place, and it will always be considered to be the optimum precious metal. But when you are done with gold, then you have to, I mean,
no, I understand. Yeah, you've tried it all. But not white gold. You wouldn't go with, like, for white gold? You don't like white gold?
I actually had this watch, something like that. Yeah, is this gray dial? If it is, then
this is
I had one of these, reporter. I have one of these. Yeah, I had this, and it was the most boring watch in my collection. I had to sell it. I mean, too expensive for what it gives you.
Yeah, well, gray is a boring color. Gray is not like white and gray.
This one.
No contrast.
Yeah. This is very boring. This is very boring, man. Gray. This looks like a Datejust. Yeah.
No, gray is like it's like a rainy weather gray. It's not. It's a
depressing color. It is depressing. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see bright colors. I want to see like this. I want to see something where things are moving. There's sunburst, blue, green. Things like that. It's or even white is kind of white is a little. These are like the sun dust. Sun dust, I think, is kind of cool. I don't know. This is sun dust or gold. I don't know what this is. This is
sun dust. This is sun dust. They are all sun dust. Yeah.
Sun dust. Interesting. Where do you live, by the way? Which are you in the US?
No, I'm in Pakistan.
Wow. Okay, so you're coming a lot. How is the connect? They have good internet in Pakistan?
From few days I'm having issues with the internet. I don't know why is that happening. So it is okay. Okay. I mean,
So
not
let
to the
me
US
let me
standards, but it is okay. Yeah.
no, they have internet everywhere. But okay, so you're a Rolex guy in Pakistan. So again, so to have 3 Rolex day dates in Pakistan, I mean that's like you're in the top like 1% of Pakistan, basically, right? I mean that's like the top 1%. Now, do they have? Are you able to get watches at the? Is there an AD in like Karachi or something?
Yeah, there are ADs. There are ADs in the capital, in Islamabad, and in Karachi also. Yes, they have ADs
Okay,
here.
and how is the prices compared to like US or Hong Kong?
Very expensive.
Okay, so you can't buy there basically.
Um, Look, the duties and taxes are so high here, and the ADs, they don't get that outstanding pieces that we are interested in. So they have the standard day dates with champagne dials and things like that, not the green one. It's they're
Okay.
basically small ADs. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's okay. So basically, so those your watches, your day dates, you bought them out of you bought them out of the country basically. You got to go out of the country to get them
Some
to
were
get a good price.
yes, some were in the country, some were secondhand, some were from the AD. So it's mix. Some
Okay,
was
okay.
some were bought from
You know,
friends. Yeah. Yeah.
I have a theory. By the way, I have a theory for gold watches for like Rolex Submariner is that your neighbor India, right? Which is
Yes.
it's almost the same economy. They got 1.5 billion people there, right? And
Yeah.
that economy is going to be they're growing faster than China, right? It's a much more the demographics are much better than China. They speak English, it's like so. The middle class, the middle class there is growing, right? So if you're talking about a bill, in any country, there's always 1% has all the money, right? So if
Yeah.
you're talking about a couple of more million buyers coming into the market, and the Indians love gold, right? Middle East, India, they love gold, yellow gold, they love that, right?
They
So
love that. Yeah.
I think the price for these watches, it's very, very bullish for any type of two-tone, like Submariners, day date, for sure, day date 36 is very bullish
Man,
because of the Indians.
you are very good at economics. I don't know what your background is, but you have what you're saying is actually 100% correct. What happens is in all world, the prices of day dates, they go down in countries like Pakistan, India, and the gold loving countries, UAE. The prices go up. It's always the opposite of what's happening. People in the UK, in the United States, they are more into steel watches. Here, even if you want to give a steel watch to somebody for free, they will not wear it. I mean, for the enthusiast. Yeah. Why?
Really?
I
No,
mean,
really?
yeah. What is a steel watch? Come on, man. It is nothing. It has no feeling,
Yeah,
no character, no fun. It is just a boring piece of garbage. Steel watches.
that's kind of true. That's kind of true. Yeah, I have to have a little golden. I have to have a two-tone. I can't do just plain
Two
steel.
tone
It's a
is
little bit.
beautiful. I love two tones. I
Yeah.
people don't like two tones again in your country or in the Western world. Actually, for me, two tone is more than enough. When I look at a two tone watch, it makes my day. It's that beautiful for me.
Yeah, because it has contrast. It has the contrast. I like the contrast of cold, the steel and the warm yellow or the rose gold in my
Yes,
case.
yeah,
And
it's
also
beautiful.
it's much lighter. It's much more practical. It's just
Which
it's a
which
good.
two tone you which two tone
I
you
have.
have?
Oh wow, I got a few. I have the Yachtmaster 40, rose gold with a chocolate dial.
Yeah.
I have a AP Royal Oak
Oh
day
wow.
date, day date
Okay.
moon phase, which is
Okay.
yellow gold steel, and I have a Rolex Turnograph from the 70s in two-tone. Head only though.
Is this 4500? What is it? 4500?
You're talking about the
The two
Turnograph?
tone. Okay, the turnograph, the Thunderbird. Okay, I understand what you're saying. Okay, okay,
Thunderbird.
okay.
Yeah. I also have the Thunderbird in solid gold. So this is basically
Oh,
this is the
that's special. Okay.
This is the basically this. Yes.
Interesting piece.
Saad, you got a lot of fans here. You got a lot of fans in the audience.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Dr. A and B, and thank you to the
So let me ask you,
Yeah.
So is it safe? I mean, is it safe to wear to walk around, let's say Karachi, with a yellow gold day date, solid gold day date?
No, it is not.
So what do you do? I mean, you have to wear it under a sleeve, or I mean, like you can't wear it short. You cannot gonna wear it with a t-shirt, basically, right? You can't.
I mean, it depends upon the places. Some places are very, very bad, and some places are okay. But we roam around in the communities. We have friends, and we have. You don't wear watches, gold watches, going in these streets all the time. So it's not that safe, to be honest with you. But it's okay. I never had a problem, thanks God. I'm careful, of course. I mean, it is not Dubai, of course. There is no comparison. When I used to be in Dubai, even at 4 a.m. in the morning, I used to wear my day date, go to another city, roam around all night, come back, no problem. I used to go to the grocery by walk at 3 a.m. in the morning just for fun, wearing these watches.
Yeah, I think in Dubai you could probably leave it on the street and come back the next day. It'll still be there, right? You leave it on the pavement. It'll still be there. Yeah, no, it's yeah. I think also in the U.S. I think London has a big problem, but I think U.S. is getting U.S. a little bit. There's some.
I never heard of any stories in the United States having problem there with the watches.
Yes, I know. Like actually in L.A. in Beverly Hills of all places, they had a couple of robberies, like armed robberies. People pulled a gun and took a watch. I like people make a lot more of it than it is, but there's you just have to be aware of your environment. It's kind of like there's more crime in the U.S. in the last since Biden came into office, after COVID, the country has gone downhill,
So how did you find this piece? This is an important piece, to be honest. It is not a normal or ordinary piece to find. It's a special
piece. Which one? The turnograph?
The all gold. Yeah, the all gold.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, so this. I mean, I have one with head only. Actually, the one that I have, I bought it. I was at the Miami Beach Antique Show a couple of years ago, and I bought it from that guy. Was it Eric Wind, the vintage dealer?
Okay.
Yeah, so he had it, and it was very crisp, like this. Actually, this type of condition. This is, you see. So when you get these turnographs, you got to look for these details. That this on the bezel, it's not worn down. You got to make sure it's got the crisp. So yeah, this one here is in great condition. This is
this engine turned bezels. I used to have a ROLEX Date with the engine turned bezel, and you always. I mean, it is very difficult to repair this. These are ribs, so normal. So these are small ribs, and once it get damaged, it's next to impossible to find another piece.
Archie wants a two-tone chocolate yacht. See, yeah. Look, Archie's always, 3 steps behind me. It's always, this guy's always late.
You know him?
Who, Archie? Luxury?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, everybody knows. I mean, he's been around like forever, right? Like the dinosaurs, from YouTube, forever. Yeah. But no, this is interesting. But are you a fan of this turnograph, or this is because the advantage is it's got the rotating bezel. It's like a timing watch.
To be honest with you, the turnograph was a confusion because they wanted it to be a sports watch and also a dress watch. So, I mean, the two tones or the date just in modern times are supposed to be somewhat of a dress watch, But when you have a rotating bezel on it, it becomes a sports watch. So it was a confusion between this, whether it is classified as a sports watch or a dress watch, and that was the reason people did not buy it much. So they eventually had to discontinue it.
Yeah. To me though, that's kind of the advantage. I mean, if it was an all gold watch, it's got kind of like, because I use that timing function on the Yachtmaster all the time, like multiple times a week, like 4 or 5 times a week. I use it all the time. But they still make gold Submariner, right? They make the gold Submariner, and what is that? Is it a dress watch or a sport watch?
That is all out sports watch. And now, to make things more confusing, you were just showing us these gem set Daytonas where the bezel is also made from bezel has gems on it, such as Breguet diamonds. And now you cannot measure. I mean,
exactly.
speed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes, and also the same problem when they have it on the GMT and the Submariner. Like, it's ridiculous. Like people don't. And that's the thing I hate about the Daytona, is that nobody even uses that date. Nobody even uses the timing function of Daytona. I don't know anybody who's ever used it.
It is now fashion piece more than a function piece. It has changed to a fashion piece.
I find that very dishonest. Then to me, it's like it's got to have the form follows function. Like, I want to have design, or function, but you got to have both. You can't have. I mean, it's
but watch reporter, you must understand this, that they are making both versions. They are making the numbered versions, and they are making the gem set versions. So it's up to you. And I think we should take life less seriously. This is also, I believe, their motto. So to have a little bit fun in life, look at this emerald set. I mean, on the beach Daytona, look at this beach, and we were talking about the straps and this chrysophase. The Daytona. This is also a very special piece. I don't know how he gets these. Yeah, this Daytona beach with the.
Wait, Saad. Let me ask you a question. So, let me back up. So you grew up in Pakistan, right? Now, how old are you approximately? If I may ask.
I'll private chat you.
Okay. No, but when you got your first watch, right? Like, what was it like? How did you? What made you?
I think 15. I was around 15 when I had first Rolex. It was a date just from my father.
Wow.
And my main aim was to get a day date before 18, which I achieved actually.
Wow. Shit, that's wow. Okay.
And you know what? Okay. One of my watches from United States, actually. There's a company from Bernard Watch. Yeah. So I actually look at this, man. Look at this.
Okay.
This is interesting. Yeah. So this is the 18388 Brown collection.
Okay. Listen, even in the richest country in the world, America, or maybe it was Japan at one point, even no 15-year-old gets even a date just. So that's so your family must be like very.
I give you a very funny story. Yeah, my father, he used to have these Rolexes when I was very small, and I always used to look at the catalogs which came with his watches. I still have those, by the way, those catalogs, which my father had. Back in the day, what used to happen was, Watch Reporter, they give you a small booklet with various models and a big booklet, big catalog, which also contained the price list of the watches.
Okay.
And I still have kept them. It was a gift. What I used to do when I used to come from the school, I used to look at that catalog. Instead of looking at cartoons, I used to look at the catalog for hours and hours and hours. And
wow,
this was in my objective in life, that one day I'm going to get a crown collection for myself. And you know what? Whatever you plan on, you get it. If you think about good things, this is what I like about Donald Trump. I used to follow him not because he is a politician. I never knew that he will become a president. I used to follow him as a businessman. And
Yeah.
if you notice on his office, there is a quote by him where he mentioned that as I mean, if you're
As a man
really
thinketh.
thinking,
What is it? As a man
yeah,
thinketh, so yeah.
it is like if you're thinking anyway, just think positive, something like that. Okay, if you're like idle and
Oh yeah, that's
thinking about,
right. That's
yeah,
right.
just think positive.
You know, his
Yeah.
yeah, his father, so he grew up, his father, what is it? He was a big follower of, there was a guy, I think was it Norman Vincent Peale? He was like I think it was Norman Vincent Peale. Yeah, this is a guy who wrote a lot of books on positive thinking. He was
Okay. Okay.
a minister at a church, was it Marble Collegiate, something like that. Anyway, so they would go to church every Sunday. This minister was very about positive thinking, right? And he wrote a bunch of books. I think the name is Norman Vincent Peale. And so Trump basically grew up thinking very positive. And also the other idea is, actually one of his quotes in one of his books, he talks about it all the time. He says, "Hey, if you're going to think, you might as well think big."
Oh wow. Okay. 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 Very nice. Yeah. So I now remember the quote. It was like, if I again forget, as long as you're thinking anyway, think positive. This was by Donald Trump. As long as you are thinking anyway, think positive.
Or think big, think bigly.
Or think big, or think big. Yeah, it is. I mean,
Bigly.
from what, yeah, bigly. So the thing is, if you think about achieving and going, okay, one day I'm going to have an RM, and or
Yeah.
a yacht, or a mansion in United States in an expensive community, you will get it. But if you say that, oh, it's too difficult, it's a target which is unable, which I cannot achieve, or things like that, negativity, uh, I mean, you will never be successful in life. So this
No,
is
by
the
the way,
story with me for the day rates. Yeah.
yeah, no, what you're saying is actually 100% right. But I think, but also it's not only thinking about it, but also you really have to believe it. You really have to believe it. Like you have to live like, okay, it's for sure. It has to be like for sure it's going to be like, not like think I want it. It's not about wanting. It's about you really
No, you have to
believe.
work
Like
for it.
you have.
Yeah,
Yeah. You
yeah,
have to
you
work,
have to
obviously.
you have to work. Yeah, but the first step is to think, make a plan and positive thinking. These are the initial steps. If you don't even think about the initial steps, then how come you can have these beautiful pieces like Mr. Uzi has? And thank you so much for the kind super chat, Mr. Uzi, 9.99 United States dollar for Saad. Thank you so much.
All right. Big show sponsor. Uzi is the show sponsor here. No, so
Uzi
listen,
is,
Scott, I like having you on
yeah.
because it's not just about watches, but I think it's very important. Positive mental mindset. The thing it's the psycho. It's very important for people to think positively. There's a lot of characters on these live streams. They're very negative. They're all about thinking about bad things or this, that. This is hard. This is bad. It's very important, like, to
I don't
think
think they
positively.
will be same in the real life. To be honest with you, most of them are they come here just for fun. In real life, they will be very different. This is just a fun place to be in. I mean, you can share your hobbies, and nothing harm in it. I mean, what maximum can somebody do to you if you are in these streams? It's just for fun, I believe.
Yeah, no, it's for sure. But no, it's very interesting. So, so you started with a day just at 15. Then you got a day date. You said you got a day date when you were 18. You said,
Yes, 18. Yes,
wow,
I
wow, wow.
remember.
Wait, hold on. Was it a gift or you had to work for? How did you get the day date at 18? That's
I no,
impressive.
the date just was a gift. The day date, I worked for it.
Okay, wait.
I
So you
worked,
were
and that was
working.
the only thing I had. The only expensive thing I had in at the time. Nothing else at all.
Hold on. Now, you bought it new
It was secondhand.
or secondhand? Okay. So still, So still, I mean, back whenever I'm assuming we're probably the same age, more or less, but still, at 18, like this, if this is like 90s, mid, you had to be super successful. I mean, if this is in Pakistan, like you had to be like old, because even in America, like no 18-year-olds have day dates, or even back then. Well, today everybody, every
It
kid
all
has.
depends upon priorities. Back in the day, watches were not that expensive. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, it was my priority to have. Again, I'm saying this. I had nothing else but the watch. Now people have
Okay.
expensive phones. They have designer shoes, lots of expensive suits, and other things. I mean, it's a whole package now. Back then, no. I just want the watch. I would just want the watch, nothing else. Yeah.
Wow. Wait, so you got so how much did you pay? Was it probably what, like around $6,000 or so, or when you got it?
Something like that. I don't remember exactly, but all I know is it was full set. It had
Full set.
box,
Okay.
the calendar, even the calendar, it had its own calendar. And the watch was
Wow.
older than me, by the way.
Yeah, well, of course. Wait, so you got the
Yeah.
watch. Now you're 18 in Pakistan, right? Again, even in America, there's no 18-year-olds wearing a full yellow gold date. I've never seen one. So, and your friends, I mean, were they like shocked, or like how is it like?
They were not recognizing it at all. Most of them, when I used to tell them the price of the watch, or I mean, it is made from 18, they said, "Oh, you're lying. It's not possible. Come on, you think it's we don't understand things. It is price of a car." And I used to get these kinds of comments because most of the people in my class were not. They didn't had the projection. They didn't had the what you say. I mean.
Well, they didn't know.
They were
They
the class
we
guys.
didn't have the internet.
They,
We didn't really have the internet back then. Nobody knew like what this
no,
stuff
no,
was.
it's not just the internet. I mean, they didn't had the vision. To be honest with you, they didn't had the vision, and also they were just bookworms. Just come
Right,
to the
right.
class. Yeah, just write what the teacher says. Go to home, do your homework. I was never like that. I was into other hobbies. I liked diamonds and emeralds and rubies, which I still do. That is why day dates are one of the things that I like, because most of them have interesting elements.
Yeah.
So I had multiple hobbies. I was
Yeah,
not
yeah.
too good into education back, but then of course I realized it's very important thing to have education. But in school days, I was not I was a bright student, you can say, but I was not too much indulged into studying.
Right,
So
right.
I was just
Academically,
passing. I was like, the average student.
right, right. So
Yeah.
wait, so you get a day date at 18. From there, I mean, like that's like, how do you beat that? How do you top that? From like the next thing would have been what watch after that? Like it would have to be something.
Yeah, good question. So the next watch was upgrade of the same day date. I mean, it was a 18038. So my plan was to go for a 18238, which was a double quick set, because the one I had was a single quick set. So then the aim went to the 18238, and then one day a guy actually offered me um, a crown collection piece. Now,
Okay.
so I bought that from him. I mean, crown collection then I had in the 2000s. And with crown collection, it never, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that the diamond should be on bezel. It can be on only lugs, and that's also called crown
By the way,
collection.
what do you think of this watch? What do you think of this? This has got what, like rubies, and I mean, I've never seen this type of layout. This is cool.
This is a Pave diamond dial with uh, two string rubies. So uh, two strings of rubies, and then you have entire uh, crushed diamond. I personally don't like it, to be honest with you, but I like studying them. I mean,
Yeah.
I would like to know the process behind it, and just to study it, why they wanted to make things like that. So look at this unpolished piece. And this is also somewhat unpolished. You can see the tarnish on the gold. On the 18 karat, it oxidizes because it is not pure gold. it has other things like silver and copper and stuff. So that thing oxidizes, actually. Copper oxidizes, it makes the whole gold oxidize it. This is interesting piece, and this looks like a 18238. This 18.
Yeah, he says 18038, 1987.
Okay, 038. Yeah, it is.
This is single quick set. This is the.
Yeah, 038s have slightly bigger cases, so he is right. It is, and this untouched watch. Okay, now I understand. If you go to the previous photos, I mean, you will find another shot of the same watch. In it, yes, this one, the one on left, down.
Okay, this is the 04.
This is the
1804. He's saying.
Yeah. 18048. Okay.
Yeah,
down. This one.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, not
this guy here.
This is the Vinet. Yeah, this is the Vinet. They did this in brown, blue, green, this ox blood kind of tone, many tones.
Yeah, I've seen these. I've seen these, and I was like, I don't know. They're kind of, maybe on a strap. I don't. It's look. You know what it is. I don't like these small diamonds. I like the baguette shapes. I don't like those little.
You're right. I actually don't like the smalls also. But on the newer pieces, they look too outdated. They make the watch look even older. These small diamonds.
Yeah, no, it's
look at the ruby light. The ruby light on white gold is very, very special. Is this white gold? Yeah, this is white gold. Yeah. So look at this beautiful combination. Very rare to find. Usually you find ruby light on a yellow gold watch.
Yeah. No, this is interesting.
He has written it Grossular or ruby light. They're the same.
Grossular stone dial. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Where is he getting this stuff? Is it mostly like in Hong Kong? Where is this coming from?
It must be in Hong Kong, because I know few collectors from Hong Kong, and they have these special pieces. And this was also a special piece. This was a special piece of. This is not technically off catalog, but they used to give you a separate catalog for the dials only, so you could pick any dial you wanted back in the day. And this is XL diamonds. You see, the diamonds are not crushed diamonds like we saw before. These are bigger diamonds. This is expensive piece.
Yeah, no, this is better. Yeah, this is like I like that they're kind of set apart. This gold, this space, so it's a much more interesting look. No, this is definitely like very exotic.
Yeah. Yes.
This is the Oh, look at this. This is like in between. Yeah. What is? I think in Pakistan they're very big on what is it, the mining? They mine what's the gems? Is it sapphire? Right, sapphires or what's the big? That comes from there.
Gems. I think the emeralds. They have emerald, good quality emerald here. Yeah, and they have semi-precious mostly. They have ruby, emerald. Ruby, emerald are from same family. Sapphire maybe, yes, but mostly it is semi-precious here, like lazurite, nephrite, and things like that. This malachite is from Russia. Russia is famous for malachite. And look at the Van Cleef and Arpels, the jewelry that he has matched with the watch.
Okay. Actually, hold on a second. How do you tell the difference between Russian malachite and other type of malachite?
There is no difference, but malachite is the best malachite you can find is from Russia.
Okay. No, I love malachite. I love this. I have, I'd love to get a malachite dial. I have like a malachite and gold cufflinks. I just love that look. It's
actually I have malachite cufflinks also. Yes.
All right. Okay. See, this is we're gonna create a form a club here.
I love stones, man. I always loved.
Yeah. No, this is good stuff. This is let's see. We got this is interesting. Hold on. Okay, so this is the type of this is the type of diamond thing I like, where you have these baguettes. How come they don't do this type of like? I've never seen this before.
This is very expensive, and I'm sure this is made to order piece, because you usually see round diamonds and only baguettes on 6 and 9, but here it has entire big. This is a made to order or off catalog piece for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
But all original. You can see the setting, how accurate the indices are, the diamond indices. So, and this is also new old stock, no polished.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah. So this, I saw one of these in platinum, like this type of baguettes, platinum with like a ice blue dial, and and the bezel was diamonds, but they were like the baguette diamonds.
The baguette. The baguettes, the invisible set baguettes. You're right. They did that. They did 18396, I believe. 18396 was the reference number, if I'm not wrong.
I think I was asking. This was at the Miami Beach show. I think they were asking like 85 grand, 80 something like that, 85, 86 grand, if I'm not mistaken. Which
expensive.
Yeah,
it doesn't justify, man. It's too expensive.
Wait, hold on. How can you say it doesn't? How can you say it doesn't justify? All these things they all have crazy. Why does that one not justify?
The reason is why not go for a newer reference, newer platinum, much bigger size platinum for the same price?
Okay. That's true. Okay, yeah, that was a 36 millimeter. Yeah, so now the new ones. The 40 millimeter is probably what? How much is that? With the diamonds, it's probably about
I think
that same
$80-something thousand, $80-something from retail.
Yeah,
it's not that.
And it's a much better look. It's a much better watch. The new one.
It's look, there is a day-night difference in quality when it comes to new model and old model. The old model almost look like a replica in front of a new pieces.
Yeah,
they have substantially improved the quality. Yeah,
no, it's very that's the thing. It's kind of like when I put on the 36 millimeter, like I only wear it on the strap because if I put it on a bracelet, it doesn't look right, because once you have the 40 millimeter, once you wear that 40 millimeter day date, you can't go back. It's just very, everything looks.
So you have the Yacht Master, which is also somewhat of a heavy watch. Is it you think of Day Date as a dress watch? In that aspect, you think it is heavy with the?
Yeah, you know what? No, so the Yachtmaster 40 in two-tone is not. It's not heavy. It's not heavy compared to a Day Date 36. It's all gold. No, it's not as heavy.
Okay.
It's also, you know what it is? The bracelet, because the links are wider. It just wears better. It just wears.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, so it sits better.
It sits better. Everything about it is better. It's I have a small wrist, so it's it's just about right. It's a little technically because I think what it has to the lugs are they don't go over. It's just right. I can't go beyond that. I can't wear like a 41, a 42, any of that stuff. But no,
that becomes too. Yeah. 36, I believe, is a correct size. Okay, you have something like this. The dial.
Yeah, this is sunburst. I think is this a sunburst dial? No, it's a different dial. I think it's a more.
This is sunburst. Oh no. Okay.
No,
because I have same style dials in pink, champagne, and black, and they're all sunburst. I've kept spare dials with me, just like you. I've kept some spare dials whenever I want to scrap it. Pink is very rare, very very tough and ultra rare to find. Pink dial on a yellow gold watch is extremely
How
rare.
pink is it? How pink is it? Like a light
It
pink,
is
or
not
is it
too
like
pink. It is light pink. It is not too much
okay,
pink. Yeah, it is light pink, but it
like a
is pink
rose?
with gold
Is
indices, with yellow gold
is it
indices. Yeah,
is it rose, or is it more pink? Like is it rose, like a light rose, like a sundust, or
it is like
more pink?
rose. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Wow, I've never seen that. So that's like you know what? Because a lot of women are wearing these watches at the 36, the Day Date
yeah,
36. So
yes,
that
yes.
type of dial would be much more desirable because it's like, women can wear it's a much more, it's I've never seen one.
Yeah,
That's
very. So this is the Zenith Daytona, the 16520, the steel one. Zenith.
yeah, this is
Uh, what is
wait,
special
Sai,
about this?
let me
Yeah,
ask you this question. What do you think of the day dates, right? If you were to buy
yeah.
one, like which ones do you think have the most like, upside potential? Like what like would because the day dates they don't go up in value that much. The basic ones they don't go up that much.
They
What do
go
you which
down in
one
value. Yeah. So for the day date, the most important aspect or attribute is the dial. You buy the watch, and the way to buy the watch is first look at the dial. Then everything is second priority. So if you have, let's put this into perspective, this coral dial watch. Now the rest of the watch is totally ordinary, but it has a coral dial. That is why this is a very sought after rare piece, and the price is substantially high because of the dial. So
how much are
I
these? How much
believe
is a coral? How much is a coral dial now like this?
coral dial, it doesn't have a set market, to be honest with you. Whatever you ask, and if the buyer agrees with it, that is the price. But uh, there is no standard where you can find. I mean, how many are there in total? Very few. So
How many? I
if
don't
you
know
have
how many. How many are there?
very few, I mean, all the stone dials are so rare that whatever you ask, if the buyer agrees with it, that's the selling price. There is no standard to it that okay, lapis is for this much and coral. But coral usually, or I would say mostly, is the most expensive stone dial, one of the most expensive, I believe, or the most expensive stone dial in the Rolex day rate, especially
I
this
think
one.
I think these are what like there could be. I think I've seen different prices like 60, 80, 100.
Yeah,
Like all over the
yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah, exactly, yes.
because
They
also
are
the
in that
coral is
category.
different. There's a different shade. There's a different. Is it more of a pink? Is it more
Because
like
it is a
rose?
natural, I mean, this is a natural material, so every dial will be different than another.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's
That's the reason.
yeah. The Italians love the coral. They love that coral with the yellow gold. It's a big thing there.
You know,
Uh,
in stone dials, for example, this coral dial had just Swiss written on it. Some of them have written T Swiss T on it, and the T Swiss T, some people find it even more expensive, just because of the T word, T tritium, Swiss tritium. So if you go
mm,
down, you will find there's just a Swiss word here. Whereas
yeah,
on some dials it's T Swiss T, and there is no tritium on the dial, and still it is mentioning T Swiss T. So people consider that to be a weird um, element also. Yeah.
mm, yeah. So let's see. What about are you into Patek or you're just Rolex? You're just a Rolex guy, basically.
I am just Rolex too. I know a little bit about three models: the Day Date, the Datejust, and the Daytona. Nothing else. I've zero. I had the Submariner, but I have no information on Submariners. I knew that they came with the Lapis and the Onyx dial on the 16618s. They had the
Okay.
Onyx dials, but that is it. That is my knowledge. I don't
Okay.
like those
Okay.
watches, to be honest. Yeah,
The Submariner.
I don't like
You
them.
don't
I
like.
don't like sports watches. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Listen, you're very refined. Wait, did you
Um,
say you have a Daytona or no?
I have a Daytona in steel. Yes.
Okay. Wait, hold on a sec. I thought you said steel watches. You don't like steel watches.
That's the most terrible purchase I've ever had in my life. And that was because of Archie. All the time, steel sports, steel sports, steel sports. I said, okay, let's check what is steel sports. So then I thought about it. What is the best steel sports from Rolex? Of course, it is the Daytona, the most hyped steel sports watch. Let's go for it. I bought it. It did nothing for it. It was not talking to me. I mean, and once you are wearing day dates, then when you start wearing lighter watches, when you are out and working, suddenly you will check your wrist. Oh, I have lost my watch because I don't feel anything. And then you see the watch is still there. So that panic attacks you'll always have when you wear a lighter watch after wearing a heavy watch for many years.
Well, this is Saad. This is what happens. I think people, they get bad advice from Archie. I mean, it's always like this.
No, he's Archie's a good guy, man.
Big steel watch, the whole thing. It's very, it's like the things are going back to smaller sizes. I don't know. It's very.
Archie's a good guy. Archie's a nice person, man. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I think he.
So this is Celestial, right? He banned. He banned you. Why did he ban you?
I don't know. I think I'm banned from all the channels. For trolling. I'm banned.
Do you troll? You do trolling? I don't know about this, man. I just find your channel to be really interesting when it comes to watches. I find you to be a serious person, not a troll or something. So this is Celestial.
We all have two sides, and everybody has a dark side. See, I like
fun, man.
The Celestial. This is. I don't like these modern Pateks.
I don't like them also.
I think they're too big. I think when it comes to Patek, it has to be elegant. They're making them now too big. The lugs are too. It's just too. But this is a very impressive watch. This is a very serious complication and all that. But I don't know. It's just like.
I don't like this style, to be honest. So I get bored very quickly from pieces like these.
Wait, so you have the day date with the ceramic bezel or
the Daytona? You mean? No, it's the pre-ceramic. It's the pre-ceramic. It's the 116520. Yes, pre-ceramic.
Yeah, I don't like those ceramic bezels. I think that the Daytona, like I've had one on my wrist. I mean, it looks kind of cool, but I just never, again, like I don't want to see those dials unless I'm using them, and I don't need. I use the Yachtmaster for that, so I don't know. It never got my. I think they're overhyped. I think they're just overvalued. People are just
they're overhyped. So, Watch Reporter, this is the Fossil dial or Jurassic Park. This dial has two names, either Fossil or Jurassic. And by the way, what I was talking to you about the Crown Collection. I had one of these. The diamond on lugs. I was offered Fossil for very cheap price. Was not interested in it, so didn't buy it. I had green dial on the Crown Collection.
Okay. How many
two greens
you had? But how many have you had in total? I mean, because it seems like you've bought and sold many, right? How many?
Yeah, exactly. I was doing like this, buying, and if I'm getting another model, selling that or exchanging it, and giving money on top, upgrading it, things like that. So I used to do this, something like this. Then I started collecting it. So then I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, huh?
Okay.
So
yeah, this is
Jasper.
Listen, hang on. This is I think this is what is this? What he's gonna say? Jasper, yes. Chalcedony.
Yeah.
I don't know the difference. I don't know.
Same
Jasper,
name.
I could
Same thing.
Same. Oh, it is? Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
This is interesting. You know what I want to Saad? I want to go back to the I was doing a video on the independent watches of this guy. But when you came on, No.
I'm so
When
sorry.
you came on, no, not at all. But you came on, so I want to say, hey, shit, we got to get this guy to talk about day dates because that's, I know you're known for that. So, but what do you think about? I want to go back to the independent stuff. What do you think? Do you follow the independent watches or no?
Is this MB&F? I'm not
MB&F.
too much into independence, but I like studying them. So if you now, I will listen to you now. No, this
Okay,
is your topic.
Well, I was going to listen to because I know nothing about them. No, I would never buy this type of thing, but I appreciate it. Like I think like it's very interesting. Like the innovation. It's good to have these companies that are doing unique things. They're innovating, because that's what it's all about, right? It's progress.
This is progress, and progress is very important for any industry. If the independents are progressing, they are actually they become a threat to the already established brand. So what the established brand do, then they also get pushed, and they have to follow what is done in the market. So otherwise, if you are not doing innovation, you are out of business. So these independent watchmakers are pushing these standard companies such as Rolex and Patek and to somewhat innovate things. I mean, experiment with other stuff.
That's what I appreciate about. That's what I appreciate about the stuff because this is like, and also the designs, they're doing like unique things. Now, what I don't like is that it's very avant-garde. It's like it's out. First of all, it's too big. The sizes are too big. This is like. These things are like 43 millimeter or something. It's 42 or 43 millimeter. It's a very big watch. It's big, just this is like for a guy who's very into like the horology, very and to the whole story and the design. And I respect it. I would never buy it, but I respect it. And I think the MB&F guys are really like they're. I think this company, this MB&F, is really like the real front runner, the real leader. And a lot of like watch serious, collectors, they're going into this stuff. Like this guy, who's your horology?
Yeah. I think in independent, the company FP John is, I believe, on top when it comes to.
No, but but Saad with FP Journe, right? So FP Journe is the most. That's like the real Rolls Royce of independence, right? But FP Journe is, they're kind of doing an old fashioned design. The design is it's a super high quality. The movement is very, but it's a very, it's not, it's conservative. It's old. It's very, the guy is basically, staying.
A watch reporter, the problem with independence that I see is the only person who can fix your watch is that company only. Whereas with the Rolex, you can give your watch to any normal.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. Now, what will happen if the company goes bankrupt? These small in-house companies, they don't have that capacity and funds and reserve power, so they can go. Defunct really easily, and if the owner dies, then how will you service the watch if there is no company?
You're mentioning, so you're mentioning the very important things. Like those are the big problems with these, because here's the way I look at the independents, right? Is number one is you have servicing, right? These guys could go out of business anytime. They're very, they're small companies. They're only as good as their last model, right? If they have a couple of duds in a row, people lose interest in the brand, and you never know. They may go out of business. I mean, it's a lot of them go out of business. So it's even I think MB&F was struggling
with small companies. It's never easy to. The sustainability is a huge problem. Long-term sustainability.
That's the big risk, right? So that's the big risk, because let's say these guys go out of business or whatever, and you can't get parts. Then all of a sudden, people lose interest. 10 years later, everybody forgets about the brand, and it's like the sands of time cover it over. It's like you go somewhere in the Middle East, it's like everything is buried under thousands of years of sand that people forget about it. So
Yes,
the
true.
risk is
And
servicing
yeah,
the
and look,
reputation. You're taking a
even
massive risk.
even the watch you're showing just now, if you look at the band, this is a Lange. This will never go bankrupt, even if it does. It's a strong, the first one on left.
Yeah.
So
Like,
even the leather strap on that watch is a proprietor. On this, no, but on the other watch, the MB&F, it is a proprietor. You cannot put any strap on it. So you see the
no, I think
curve.
you can.
Uh,
No, no,
yeah.
you can get a thing made. They can make that. They can make that. You have to
They
do a
can make it,
custom.
but yeah, but what I am saying is, let's suppose the company goes bankrupt. You will not be able
Yeah.
to get a standard factory strap for it. The
No,
smallest thing
no,
you can
no,
have. Yeah.
no. It's no. That's the big risk. But also these things. So here's the thing. These things are expensive. So this is a what is it? This is a dual time, right? He's got a dual time watch. And you know who likes this stuff? You know that guy Bill Sanders. You know Bill Sanders,
Oh
the
yeah, yes,
channel.
yes, yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Bill
likes Daniel
Sanders.
Roth and yeah.
Yeah, he loves all these like very weird watches that have very complicated, very like innovative
I always
movements.
tease him with Rolex. He doesn't like Rolex, so I
He
always
hates
tease him with
Patek.
typical
Yeah, he
Rolex.
hates Patek. No, yeah, he wants like very innovative, very exotic movement, like stuff that's very like this.
They're in advanced stage. Like some people, once they are done with Ferrari, then they go for Pagani or Koenigsegg
Yeah,
or things
exactly,
like that.
exactly.
So yeah, so this is in that territory.
Yeah, exactly. No, so these perpetuals or the perpetual, I mean, it's like these things are like 150, 160 grand, I believe.
Yeah, they are
That's a lot.
expensive.
That's a lot of money because, like, for perpetual, I mean, because what else can you get for that? You can get like a really nice Royal Oak perpetual in gold.
And you
Gold Royal
mentioned
Oak
you
perpetual.
have a Royal Oak. How is your experience with that watch?
So I have So my watch has it's got a JLC movement. It's a 1995, 90 or 97 maybe, and so they were using the JLC movements, which are very reliable. JLC makes great movements for the dual time. So the Vacheron dual time the Vacheron uses a lot of those movements for their day date moon phase for dual times. So it's been very no problems with it at all. But I don't wear that watch when I'm golfing. It's I don't want to bang it up. It's because I don't want to have to deal with the service of AP. AP, they're very nasty people at Audemars Piguet.
Okay.
They're very expensive. I don't want to deal with them. I want to have nothing to do with them. So I try to be careful. I wear it usually as a dress watch. I mean, I wear it under a cuff, under sleeve.
So how is it? Is it quality wise, the build, the construction quality? How is it fit and finish?
Well, so the watch is what, circa 1997 or so. So yeah, it's, I would say it's as good as Rolex circa. No, it's a better quality. It's better. No, the bracelet, everything is made better than Rolex. But everybody, all the brands got a lot better in the last 10 years. The
Yes,
clasps are much more
right.
solid. So
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
everybody got better in the last 10 years. But
Yeah.
the bracelets, no, it's good. I love the watch. I mean, it's beautiful. The dial, the bracelet, because you got the two-tone. It really, it's got like a nice.
Look,
Let me see. If
yeah, please show us if you have a photograph on, even on Chrono 24. It's okay.
Yeah,
You, to be honest with you, Rolex is a good brand, but AP is the brand for the elites. Okay, I mean, I do love Rolex. Of course, it is the best watch that I money can get. But when you want something better than Rolex, brand recognition wise, the status wise, then I believe AP is a must-have watch.
Oh yeah, no, it's yeah. I mean, listen, I'm like I'm a snob. I want to have something unique, and
You
and
are a rich
super.
guy.
Okay, so hang on a second. No, not like you, not like you. I'm just a struggling immigrant, here.
Oh, wow,
Okay, so this is the
beautiful.
watch. Yeah. So you got to wait till the sun hits it or the lighting, because it changes, right? The lighting, it changes in the conditions of the light. You see. So
Is this your channel?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's my watch. Yeah.
Okay, very nice.
So it changes all the time. Yeah, I mean, it's a much more, I mean, I love this watch. I mean, this is like, very, yeah, see, it's got it's, what it is. The reason I don't wear it all the time, the reason I wear the Yachtmaster is because after I take a break, I come back to it, I fall in love all over again. It's like, if you wear it every day, you take it for granted. You take it for granted.
You're right. Yes. And compare this with the 3800. Oh, that's a beautiful place you're living in.
Yeah. No, it's yeah. So this is the Patek 3800.
Yeah, in two-tone. Let's compare.
You know
the
what?
Kings.
It's fun. It's funny you mention that, because when I bought this watch, when I was looking to buy, I was really looking at the Patek 3800 in two-tone, because those were my two choices. And this was, when did I buy it? In 2018, I think it was. And
expensive time.
No, it was cheap. Well, I mean, it was, I don't know. Okay, so
it was still expensive. It was still expensive. Yeah.
Yeah. So at that time, I walked into a store. This was in Beverly Hills, right? I think it was called, what the hell is it? I used the watch, but they were asking 14 grand for this, for the two-tone blue dial. Well, this is an ugly picture, but and I had it, and I was like, wow, you know what? This is okay. Wait, these are bad pictures here. And it was that. So the watch was 14 grand, and my watch, the Royal Oak, was only 7 grand. So I figured, wow, yeah, it was a big difference. And so it was like, wow, I'm getting a complication. I'm getting, it's a more. I also thought that the Royal Oak was a little bit more modern looking, like more, I don't know, more. What's the word?
It's much better looking. To be honest with you, much better looking.
I think now. Okay, so now that after a while, what I've realized is that the Nautilus, and by the way, on the wrist, the 3800 felt amazing, much better than the Royal Oak. On the wrist, it was much more. It was a very special. I don't know how to explain it. It was just a very special feeling. Have you ever had one on your wrist? Have you ever tried one on?
No, never.
Yeah. Do you have a big wrist? How big is your wrist?
I've not measured, but it is not too big. It's normal. I think just like yours.
Okay, so on my wrist, the watch felt amazing, and because it's two-tone, right? So you feel the gold, but it's a very special feeling, and it just wears just the way the bracelet is. It wears just great, if the price came down, I'd love to buy one, but I think now they're in this range, 35, 36 grand. It's
and how much is your moon phase for?
I think my moon phase went to I think now they're in the low 20s, like maybe 24 grand or so, 25 maybe. So actually, I even like the champagne dial, believe it or not. I think the champagne is actually pretty cool.
This is beautiful. I like this more than the blue dial, or both are okay. Both are fine.
Yeah, the thing is that I think the problem with the design of the Nautilus is that it's like a gimmicky design from the 70s, and it's not a modern design. It's not It's not a timeless design. Like those ears. Like, what do they do? What's the point of those ears? It's like it's like a gimmick. And whereas the Royal Oak is just clean. So if I were to get one, I would want to stick with something from the 70s or the 80s, which is from, you know, when it was made to be made. I don't like the idea of the new one, but, you know, I don't know. It's just a person, you know, I just find it to be, I just find it to be dishonest for them to be doing that design today.
Oh, yeah.
Does that make sense?
Right.
Or maybe I'm a little weird. Whereas,
no. You're right. This looks like a 70s Sony TV.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, listen, Gerald Genta. Everybody's, oh, Gerald Genta. Oh my God.
Oh, nothing, man. He has the most horrible designs in the world.
He had a lot of weird. He was very experimental. He had some horrible designs. He had terrible designs.
And his own line was even more pathetic, man, than these 3800.
But Saad, his watches today are going crazy. His watches today are going banana. The prices are crazy for the Gerald Genta now. The gold perpetual count. Oh, the fucking crazy. Yeah, to the moon they're going. Oh, so this is by the way. So this watch, this is the Yacht Club. So he made this design also. The Yacht Club, and you
see the octagon. Yeah. What is?
Frank Reed. Yeah, he's copying the design over. You know, it's he loves the octagon. You know, he loves that octagon. Hang on a second. Let me see. I'll pull up. Let me see if I can pull up here the Gerald Genta. His perpetual. Yeah, the people are going crazy. You know, everybody's trying to hype these up now. So this is the. Wait. So this is. Actually, this might be a good deal. This might be a good price, actually. The solid gold ones are going crazy. So this is his design, right?
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like the bracelet, the strap is like on the thing. It's like it's a little bit funky. This might be a good price, though, to be honest. Like, this is what? $7,000? Is this? Oh, shit. I'm sorry. It's quartz. Oh, shit. It's a quartz shitter. Oh shit. Oh, this is the one. This is the one. I think that. Wait, is this better be the? Hang on a second. Oh shit, it's also quartz. But you see what I'm saying, Saad? This is like Gerald Genta. Yeah, I mean, he was all over the place. But this type of design, people are buying like for the. But you know, he's like all over the place, and he's not like infallible, right? It's. So I think, and he did a lot of weird designs, which nobody likes. Like nobody's buying this stuff really. I mean, now people are kind of buying it, but as you know, it's kind of as like a joke almost. So I think the Nautilus, and you know, for a long time, people didn't like the Nautilus. You remember this? The Nautilus was kind of not really considered a serious watch.
True. The ellipse was the Calatrava ellipse, the calendar watches, and those were always the best. The ellipse was, I think, very successful back in its time, and suddenly when Nautilus hype raised everything, man, it changed everything.
What is it? Yeah, so this is before my time, but you know, like the ellipse. I listened to an interview with a guy who was a long-time Patek collector, and he was saying like, you know, in the 70s, the 1970s and early 80s, the ellipse, that was like the watch. That was like the watch to get. And and then it kind of changed. And that, I mean, it's never going to be what it was, but it's I think it's just a good. I think it's just a cool design, everything else. But the Aquanaut, I can't stand the Aquanaut, and everybody like. All of a sudden, everybody's pushing the Aquanaut like, oh my God, this is the next, you know. I don't know. It's the Aquanaut is.
He did some Rolexes also. The 1530 was done by him. The Midas Touch.
The Midas. And I hate the Midas. I hate the Midas. Oh geez, I can't stand that.
Yeah, it was by him, and I think some elements of the Oyster Quartz for maybe because the design language is same.
Right. No, you're right. It's so he's kind of all over the map, and but I think the Royal Oak was his best. It's like, you know, it's like an artist that's very good, but then they do one painting that's an absolute masterpiece. That's like one paint. It's like unbelievable. It's like it's it's like everything else is okay, interesting, but it's the one good thing, right? So I think that's with Gerald Genta and the Royal Oak. The Royal Oak was such a good design that, you know, it's everything they're doing with the Royal Oak. It just looks great. Like every Royal Oak to me looks great.
Just you mentioned, every Royal Oak looks okay, looks perfect, look fine, but not all APs look excellent. But with the Rolex, if you notice, most of the Rolex they look excellent. They look excellent.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, Rolex. See, that's their secret. That's their genius. Is they're very consistent. It's a very consistent. They don't take big risks. You know, they're very like, here's, you know, they have, you know, Audemars Piguet has, besides the Royal Oak, they have a bunch of shitter watches.
Nothing,
you know, these days.
They have nothing beside Royal Oak. Even I don't like the offshore.
Yeah, and that's people. You know, I think basically people. You know, there's a lot of guys who like that, but it's the Coda 1159 is garbage. Basically, you know, it's the dress watches are garbage. But I mean, they make some serious. They made perpetual calendars are very good, but they also make a lot of garbage. They make a lot of ugly watches. The Jules Audemars, whatever, horrible.
Yes.
You know, so no, so it's interesting. So
to be honest with you, I've never seen any independent watchmaker's watch that I liked. I never. Okay, this the Langes that he has are okayish. But
is Lange really independent? I don't know. I don't think you can consider that really independent. You know what I mean? It's not really independent. It's like, you know, when I think independent, I think MB&F, I think FP Journe, I'm thinking, you know, like Urwerk, you know, stuff like that, like this.
Yeah.
Lange is kind of also Lange is more of a, that's not a, I mean, you know the story with Lange, right? I mean, they were that's like a revised, you know, they went out of business after the Second World War, right? The Russians took all the all the factory. So this company only was like restarted. It's like, oh, it's a whole new company. It's not the same, you know, in the 90s, right? So it's kind of like I don't know, they all claim to be 100 years old, but I mean, I respected machinery, you know, it's beautiful, you know, quality.
Yeah.
I don't care about the design or whatever. It's a very like, I don't know, it's just not my thing. But so also he's getting to Breguet. So this guy's got Breguet. What do you think of this? He's got
Breguet, to be honest with you, is one of few skeletonized watches that I think is not too bad.
Yeah, no, Breguet is what is this here? What is this? I don't know. What? Oh, Armin Strom Tourbillon. Do you know this brand, Armin Strom?
Yes. And that guy who you took name of, the watch channel guy, who is he? The independent, he talks about independent. I just forgot his name.
Oh,
he talks about
Bill Sanders.
Yes, he talks about this brand a lot.
Yeah, he loves this. He loves this.
Recepi.
Yeah, I don't know. I find it so ugly. This Recepi is like, I don't understand.
This is Gronefeld.
Yeah, I don't get. You know, the thing is, I think if somebody's gonna, you see, my philosophy is that if you're gonna be an independent watchmaker, an independent watch brand, you know, you got to do something that's innovative, right? Like these guys, like MB&F. You got to do something that's really innovative. You can't be just doing, you know, just the same old watch. Like this is just, you know, it's just another watch. It's like nobody knows what it's just
another watch.
Just another watch. Yeah, I'm sure it's more accurate. I'm sure it's a beautifully finished movement and all that. Who cares? I mean, at least this guy, Armin Strom, I mean, this is okay. This is innovative, right? He's got some. The case design is a little different. He's got different design. I'm sure the movement, again, I don't know anything about movements, but I'm sure the movement is special. You know, it's got, it looks modern. It looks of its time. It looks like a modern watch made in 2024. This watch is basically, this could have been made in the 1940s, 1950s. You know, I don't know what this is. I'm sure it's great quality.
It is nothing, man. It is nothing.
And these Pateks, this is like, so the modern Patek era, like this stuff.
Ugly.
It's like, yeah,
Ugly.
I don't know. What is this? What is
Look
this
at
thing?
the ugly bracelet. Look at how Patek. There is no other company in the world except Rolex that can make bracelet. Rolex are the
And
best bracelet
AP,
makers.
Audemars Piguet makes I think Audemars Piguet
Okay,
is
okay,
yeah, definitely. Come on, Royal Oak is the best. Royal Oak is the
okay.
best. I mean, yeah, no, I would say it's like a Royal Oak. Maybe look, Rolex is probably much better. Well, actually, no, the modern Royal Oak and modern Rolex, I think Royal Oak might be better. Like, it's hard to say. They're very well made, the bracelets now. But Patek Philippe has not caught on. Patek Philippe is so behind with these like this bracelet is such a boring, ugly bracelet. I mean, it's like
Very ugly.
and they do the same bracelet. They did this bracelet and all the all the dress watches. They made this type of design, which is
The same
it's not
thing,
even
yeah. Even on the wall time, same thing is there, yeah.
yeah,
The ugly.
it's not interesting. It looks like a 1960s design, like a very it's not well thought out. It's and you know what, Saad, did you know that some of them have like on the perpetual calendar on this they have like screws. You can see the screw heads in the front. Have you seen those?
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, you can see the screw head because I think they were designed, I don't know, somehow to kind of come in afterwards. Yeah,
I
they're
really
just
liked
like
I really liked how well the screws were aligned on your watch. They were complementing each other. If you notice the flat the screw
on
heads, they were
you talk
yes, this
on
one.
the
Look at
Royal
this.
Oak.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautifully aligned. You see every screw the direction is complementing the next screw. Okay? So it's like a circle happening. Very, very beautiful.
You know something? I never even
Very-
thought about that. I never thought about it. I didn't notice that.
This
Thank
is
you for
how
pointing
you
that out.
find
I had
whether
no
the
idea.
watch is real or not.
What's that?
This is how you find whether the watch is real or fake,
Yeah.
because it's very difficult to align these, and they always replace the screws when you give them for service. I mean, the screws, they have their own tolerances, so it's
By the
not
way, you know what
easy
I
thing to
got?
do.
I got this. Let me show you something else I got. This is not this watch here is I have this watch, but this is for this is for sale. I'm not this is like yeah. But hey, let me show you this. Check this out. This is the dual
This
time
is yours.
solid gold. Yeah. I mean, technically I own it, but it's but it's for sale. I'm not.
This is
It's not in my
beautiful.
collection.
This is very
So
beautiful. Yeah.
So this is solid gold, right? Dual time, and this uses the JLC movement. And but here's the thing: you see this dial. See, my
Yeah.
theory is that what happened with Royal Oak, the reason it became popular was when they started. The watch that I showed you, my owl, that's from the 90s, and that dial, the tapisserie, it was kind of dark.
Yeah.
The tapisserie was kind of dark, small, and when they started doing this, like in 2005, look at the way it plays with the light. It's like a silvery. Oh, hang on. Okay, hang on. It's like a silvery white.
And yeah, I can see that even on the modern ones, it is somewhat similar to this.
This is what happened. So see, look at that. Look, so what happened was when they started
silver. Sorry.
Yes, this is why Royal Oak became popular when they started doing this in 2005. It looks like a totally different watch. It all of a sudden it's like wow, like this is why, I think for Royal Oak you want to have this type of tapisserie, the modern ones. Or you want to have that like bright, the whole thing going on.
It has effect. It has nice effect. And if you notice the screws on this bracelet on this bezel is also aligned in the same way which was on your previous watch. It complements each other.
No, this is so this is what do you call it? So the original Royal Oak, the original, the jumbo from the 70s with Genta. It had that gray dial. It had that gray dial, the micro, which was
I found seen that. Yeah.
I mean, that's the original, right? So like, because I remember seeing that. Because I remember seeing the Royal Oak. Hang on a sec. Royal Oak.
And the AP used to be written on. It was on the 6 o'clock side, something like that. I believe on those dials, the AP monogram.
Hang on a second. Let me see. Royal Oak. It's the worst. Let me see if I can find it. So this is kind of similar, but this is this is what they were doing beforehand. These small tapisserie, very kind of boring, and excuse me. And I think when they made that change to that brighter, it totally changed. It totally this is it. Yeah, this gray. Like, I really hate this gray. It's like, so, the gray in general, gray is depressing.
Depressing,
yes. Gray. And this was Genta's design. That was Gerald Genta's design, the gray, which is like,
but even on this, the screws are aligned so well. I mean, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
But no, but when they went to the brighter dot, when they went to the brighter tapisserie, it's like, it's like a world of difference.
It's like coming into the 2020s era.
Yeah, exactly. It feels, it gives you like a rich feeling. Yeah, like a rich feeling. Like, it's like
it looks like those New York apartments with tall ceilings. That kind of effect.
No, I was gonna say, it's sort of like you go into a hotel room, like a modern hotel, and the bathroom is marble. It's got the nice marble sink. Versus like the same hotel, but the sink is like, I don't know, like a wood, some sort of, tile or something like. I want something that looks clean and gives you like a good feeling. So
good feeling.
So basically that's kind of the
so. What reporter? It was pleasure talking to you, and thank you for allowing me on your channel. Really nice talking to you. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll be leaving.
Oh, shit, we have Uzi's on it. Okay, Saad, thank you.
Saad.
Wait.
Saad, don't leave. What's up, Saad?
Hello.
How you been?
How are you? I'm okay.
What are you doing on a panel with this fucking guy? There's like 3 viewers. You're better than that, dude. You've got talent, dude. You're A grade. People love you out here. You're with this fucking guy?
No, it's not. I respect everybody. The thing is,
but he's got 3 viewers. This guy talks about.
It's not about viewers. It is about discussing and sharing your hobby. That's all I want.
Yeah, you got a point there, but still, at the same time, it's a bad look. You got to admit that a little bit.
So how are you? He has a very interesting channel, to be honest with you. Look at his old videos; they're very interesting. And who is talking about these funky, beautiful gem set watches other than him? Is there any other guy talking?
I've had good
everybody.
Talk. Yeah.
Yeah,
he does good watch talk sometimes. Yeah, but there's like 3 viewers. It's painful. That's all.
Everybody has 3 viewers in the beginning. They start with 3 viewers. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we had 3 viewers for a while now. We had 3 viewers for a while. It's been
consistency is the key. Consistency is very important. It's good.
Yeah, I've been on here. I've been on it for 6 months. I've been trying with this guy. Sometimes he does good watch talk. Sometimes he goes on to fucking pedo talk, and that really brings the views down. The pedo talk is not good.
Yeah, it's a little bit inconsistent.
Yeah, a little bit. But I supported this channel for a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got super big. Oh yeah, Uzi, the show sponsor Uzi.
Uzi, thank you, Uzi, for the nice super chat. Thank you.
What do you think? What do you think, Saad? What do you think Uzi should get? Like his day date, the collection is. What do you think he should? Because he seems like a big fan of the gem set. He's a big fan of gem set. What do you think?
Certain things, man. In certain things and with certain colors. Yeah,
I think he already has the best from the 36. Models. He already has the crown collection. So if you really want to have something better than that, then that should be a stone dial, some kind of a stone dial. That is it.
Well, I have the Patek 5711. I have the Patek 5711.
Come on, we haven't seen this. This is the watch he's been. We haven't seen this watch.
See if Saad likes it. Pull it up.
We haven't
see
seen it.
The 5711 is a totally different league, and we are less fortunate. Come on, we are not into that kind of watches.
It's beautiful.
He hasn't shown it. He hasn't given us proof of watch. We have not seen proof of watch.
It's got sapphire.
He's saying that he must be having it. He's a nice person.
No, hold on, Saad. He's saying
it's sapphire, not a
5711. It's a 5711 gem set with emeralds. It's the emerald bezel with gem set with a
emerald. It's sapphire.
Oh, sapphire.
Yeah, it's blue sapphire, platinum. 5711 Patek.
We haven't seen it. We need proof of watch.
It's in my safe.
You know, I think Uzi is afraid to show the watch on camera because then everybody's going to expect like $500 super chats. They're going to expect $500 super chats from him because that's going to be like because that watch is like the nuclear bomb of the live stream. It's like that's like the ultimate. You know,
it would end. It would end everything. Yes, it would.
It's like a neutron bomb. It would be like a neutron bomb. Basically, all the guys from the watch colony, they would basically shut down the channel. They would just like, you know, commit suicide or something. You know, it would be too much for them. They couldn't handle it. You know, they're very competitive. It's you know, they couldn't handle it.
I agree.
So, all right, Saad, thank you for joining.
Thank you very much for your time. Grateful to both of you. Take care, guys. See you next time.
You, Saad.
Right.
Same here, brother. Thank you.
All right, Uzi, what are we talking? We're talking the watches, drama. What are we talking?
You can do your drama. Breguet? What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
We're talking Breguet here.
Breguet.
No, this is the serious. This is the corporate channel. This is the watch talk channel. You know, the other channel, the extreme horologies for the.
So you got two channels?
Yeah, you didn't know that I had two channels. I got the extreme horology.
No, it's confusing. Channel. It's hard to keep up.
Oh yeah, that's the extreme horology is the drama channel. This is the this is the
watch
series.
Channel.
This is the watch channel. Yeah, exactly.
I like the watch channel.
And hang on a second. Let me see. We gotta pull up some more interesting. Let me see. We gotta find some better collect. You're not into this independent stuff, right? This is not for you. This is like.
I wouldn't say that I'm not into it. I just don't know about it.
Yeah, it's not flash enough for you. Basically, it's not. That's the problem. It's not for you. It's not.
I wouldn't say that either. It's just. Yeah, to an experience to know about these. I don't know.
I don't think you'd ever be. To be honest, I don't think you'd ever be into it. I honestly, I don't think. I'm not into it. I'm never going to be into it. I mean, it's certain. Maybe one. Oh, there we go. This guy's got your watch.
Well, it's like your whole life. What'd you hear about Rolex? We know that the Rolex is the good watches, right? There's something to be said about that, in my opinion.
No, listen, no, you can never go wrong with Rolex. I mean, like, it's I'm just not into the independent. Like, I think basically I want to stick with stuff within the, let's say, Audemars, with the big brands, Patek, Audemars Piguet.
You can call those big brands, but honestly, have I heard of Audemars Piguet and Patek Philippe before I was into Rolex? Not really.
Yeah,
not really.
But you know what I mean. I'm saying in the watch world that now that you know. Yeah, I mean stuff that's kind of like the respectable stuff that's been established. Vacheron, maybe Vacheron. I would say maybe less so, but
coming from a new watch person, people don't know what a Vacheron is, dude. Vast majority of people don't. They know Rolex.
Yeah.
They don't know Vacheron. They don't know Pateks.
Yeah. What do you think of this?
It's not a bad one. I mean, why you got to go light
ice
blue?
Blue
why you got to go light blue?
It looks cool. Ice blue dial.
It does if you wear like salmon shorts and loafers. Yeah.
Hey, what are you saying? What are you saying?
Scarf around your freaking collar or whatever. Get on the yard.
How about Uzi? What do you think of this here? What do you think of this? Dual time.
Yeah. No.
Royal Oak.
It's busy. It's very busy. The Royal Oak I like is the it's not a black dial, but it's like a dark dial. What's that called again? That dial? It's like a linen dial. Gold.
Royal Oak.
Yeah, it's like gold. Has like a blackish dial.
This is you got a calendar.
Yeah, none of that calendar. None of that shit. No
calendar. Dual time. No, okay.
I don't like it.
This is very advanced. Very advanced. Hang on a second. Let's see here. Okay, yeah. All right. We're gonna wrap it. I'm. Oh, hang on a second. That's my wrist in your picture. In the picture. Okay, there we go. Urinator. All right. What's happening with platinum this week? How many cars did you steal this week?
I don't steal cars. Come on, man.
How many cars?
Detective just texted me though. I talked to the detectives. Yeah, someone from someone locally. When there's theft, converter theft in the area, they text me.
Really?
Yeah, and they asked me what. I asked them what's the year, make, and model. I try to get I try to put these people away, dude. I don't support that.
Right. Is there a lot of catalytic converter?
No, actually, they've been doing airbags lately. They switched to airbags. Don't ask me how.
Oh, airbags.
Yeah, really? They still airbags.
Why airbags?
Anything? I don't know. I guess they have an outlet. They have an outlet to sell it somewhere. I'm guessing eBay. I can't think of another place to sell a fucking airbag except eBay.
Stealing airbags, that was a big thing in the 80s, in the early 90s, in the 80s.
It's back. It's back, baby.
Wow. Like the mob was very heavily involved in that in New York, stealing airbags. See, this guy's got the dual time in steel. Yeah. Let's take a look. Here. All right, Uzi, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you for joining.
Puppy up. Good show.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the show sponsor, Uzi. Thank you. Oh, now all of a sudden everybody's coming back. What is it? For everybody leaves, then they all come back. What is going on out here?
They got nowhere to go. They got nowhere to go.
They're homeless
right now. They're homeless.
If they want, had to leave Earth again. Sounds like everyone's on the count of the. Sounds like Harley Motor in the middle.
I've never done anything like that.
Okay. Wow. You can drive a car without the catalytic converter, right? You can.
Yeah, it sounds really loud.
It sounds loud. Okay.
Yeah, like missing.
Isn't that people? I think people are into that, right? Certain people like that.
Yeah, I straight pipe to my car. You put high flow cats on it. Well, I sold the car. I don't have a car. I got work vehicles. I don't got time to fuck with cars. It's just depreciating asset. How often are you going to go 150 miles an hour? Once you get in a jet airplane and you realize the horsepower is like fucking 100 times more in a car, your dick feels a little smaller. Just ride a commercial airplane. Like the horsepower in your fucking Mustang's nothing compared to that, or your Lambo, or your fucking.
So you're driving around a tow truck all day? I mean, you drive to go shopping?
No, actually, no. My truck is more or less just a regular truck, but I had it fitted with an underneath tow lift. It was like $30,000 for the tow lift. The truck, it was like $100,000 truck.
Wait, so when you go on a date, when you pick up one of these young debutantes,
no, I got a girlfriend. I'm not out here dating.
You're not gonna pick up in a tow truck?
Huh?
Oh, you're gonna pick up in a tow truck?
Yeah. You can't tell it's a tow truck. It's just a regular truck.
Oh, because the thing is underneath. It slides underneath or something. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Hidden wheel lift.
Okay. All right, interesting. Yeah, I think they have.
And if I got a car, you know what I'd get? I'd get a fucking piece of shit $400 scrap car that I paid $400 for over the last years. But I don't even want one, so.
Right. What's the hang on a second. What's what? Because you like that high seating position of a truck or something? You want to is that what it is? It's like you feel, is it more manly? Is that what it is?
No, it's just useless having another, what do you need a car for when you got other vehicles that bring you to point A to point B. Why do you need a car?
Right. Like, why do you need to have 3 watches, right? Why do you need a day date and a Samara?
Yeah. Well, because they hold their value. These watches hold their value. These cars don't. They're just depreciating. I don't like the depreciating assets. I don't like it.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. No, you know, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You got that. Yeah, that's it's actually smart thinking. But here's the thing, you know, you only go through life once. You know, you realize that.
True.
Right?
You got a point there. But like, if I'm most of the time always working, do I really want to jump into a car with my fucking dirty clothes on and ruin $100,000?
No. Yeah.
So when do I have a chance to even flex it? Never really.
Yeah. No, it's hard. It's hard out there.
Yeah, like once a week on the weekend for like 2 hours. I'm gonna have $100,000 car for that? No, thank you.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, Uzi. Listen, thank you for joining. When are you going to bring on the this Nautilus, this alleged Nautilus? When is that going to show up on the Strom?
As soon as I find the key to my safe.
All right. The key. There is no key. It's combinations.
No, this one has a key, like an old-fashioned style key, like the huge one.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, well, let us know. Let us know when you locate that safe and everything. All right, thank you.
Yeah, man.